Okay, for the record, please state your name.
My name is Shane O'Connor.
Okay, uh, tell me a little about how long have you been in the city?
Well, man, I've been in city for about 5 months now. I've kind of been around a little bit, been through the city, seen what it has to offer. I've also been robbed a lot for just minding my own business, being an upstanding citizen, not bothering nobody, not breaking any laws, sticking in my lane.
Your voice
And
box
I'm
is very staticky.
Is that better?
Continue talking. Go ahead and continue answering the question.
Sorry, is that better?
No, it still sounds the same.
Better?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That happens once in a blue moon. But yeah, I got to thinking, man, if I'm getting robbed for doing nothing, imagine what everybody else is going through. So, I decided I think I'm going to pursue law enforcement.
Okay. Um, why do you want to become law enforcement officer?
Kind of like I was just saying, man, crime out here ain't good, man. Crime
Your
out here
voice
ain't good.
box still sounds staticky.
I've done everything, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is going to be me for the next probably couple minutes.
That's fun. Keep going.
But yeah, man, there's only so many of you guys, and you guys are doing the best job you can. But I just kind of wanted to assist everybody and get active in it, man. I want to help put criminals behind bars and clean up the streets.
Okay. Um, what sets you apart from other applicants seeking a position with the LSPD?
Well, I mean, I like to think that no matter what I do, man, I'm very committed to it. Whatever I do, I'm gonna go 100% into it, and I'm gonna put my best foot forward when I do. I feel like a lot of people, I'm not, they kind of halfway put a toe in the water. They don't want to get the feet all the way in there. And I'm not just looking to become a member of the force. I'm looking to become a top member of the force. Whatever I do, I want to do it to the best of my ability.
I see. Okay. Do you have any prior law enforcement or related experience?
Yes, before I lived here, I've been in a couple other cities, and I've been a deputy, and did that for quite some time. I got a lot of experience with the tablets and the 10 codes. I'm good. I like to think I'm good at call outs, and I try to stay very active in vehicle pursuits.
Okay. Walk us through how you would handle a civilian who suddenly becomes hostile.
I mean, my first instinct is to always de-escalate. I never want to instigate or try to rile somebody up who's already being agitated. Um, First, I want to try to see what's bothering the individual and if it's anything that I can fix myself. And some. I mean, I can't help if you're mad about breaking the law, buddy. The law is the law. If you did the crime, you got to do the time. Being upset, I can't help you with that. But if there's something I mean, if there's absolutely something that they need a supervisor for, I would always call my higher up and get him out to the scene to help me with whatever issue it may be. But I like to try to handle everything myself.
Okay. If a supervisor gives you an order you believe is wrong or unsafe, what would you do?
I mean, if it's wrong and unsafe, I have to abide by the morals. I mean, I'm not gonna go against my commander in chief. However, I'd like to maybe run it by somebody who's higher up than me, to see, hey man, does this sound right to you? I mean,
Alright,
I'm not
so
trying to do
uh,
anything wrong.
I can give you an example. You're in a 1080 with a motorcycle. You are a cadet driving with your sergeant. Your sergeant, you know when you're chasing a motorcycle, you can shoot tires when you don't consent to the chase on the motorcycle. Doing so, you are told over radio to go ahead and shoot for tires as you guys are primary, but your sergeant tells you to shoot for the person instead. What would you do?
I'm going for the tires.
Okay.
That's code, that's law, right? That's what's in our manual.
Yeah.
I'm following the manual.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest mistake new officers make, and how would you avoid it?
Well, man, from what I've noticed in my previous experience in law enforcement is that these new officers come in, they have their little cadet shirt on, they start feeling good, and then as soon as you get the cadet shirt off and you give them their car and their badge and you let them go out on their own, man, they either aren't putting the effort in that they were when they were a cadet, or they're sneaky. You know what I mean? Like they think that because they're by themselves they can start doing things that ain't by code, and it just all goes downhill from there, man. I've seen it happen countless times, countless times. I follow the straight and narrow. I follow the book. That's why no matter where I'm at, I typically rise to the top.
Okay. How would you stay engaged during slow patrol periods?
That's a good question. I feel like every city is different, and I don't necessarily know exactly what you guys do here when the times are slow. But I mean, I'd like to be on the radio and just kind of driving around the city. If I see something suspicious, I'll call it out. Or if the streets are quiet, I'll call it out. I like to just stay actively engaged with all the officers on duty so we kind of know what's going on.
Okay. Um, in your view, how can law enforcement build and maintain strong relationships with the community?
Man, we can't we gotta because we yes, it's our job to uphold the law, and we gotta catch the criminals. That's the whole keep people safe. That's what we do. But if we see people out in the community and they're doing positive things with the community, and it's a slow period, like you said, it don't hurt to jump out and show face, and hey everybody, how's everybody doing? We don't have to drive around town mean mugging, looking like bad guys, like we just want to lock people up. No, I mean, hey, we want to bond with the community.
Okay. What are your long term goals within the LSPD? We specialize units such as K9, SWAT, CIU, Air 1, Parole, and Heat/MPD.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I'm really interested in the SWAT and the K9. That's what piques my interest the most.
Okay. How would you handle accountability when you make a mistake on duty?
I mean, hey, when you make a mistake, you got to own the mistake. That's what accountability is. I mean, do you have an example of maybe that I could use of what I would do in a situation?
Okay. Let's see. So you are call you hear a 10 a 1099 over radio, a panic button, and you go ahead and start heading that way. When you arrive on scene, you see four cops on the ground on their sides, and three gang members and two civilians. You mistakenly shoot one of the civilians while because they were standing in front of one of the they were standing in front of the gang members. How would you handle that mistake?
I mean, once the mistake is made, I got to make sure that the person's okay. Number one, make sure that make sure the scene's on lock, everything is under control. Check on the person, make sure they're okay. Call ambulance if needed. And I mean, at that point, I have to let my supervisors know what happened, and I mean that's up to them to decide what the reprimand is.
Okay. What would keep in mind that gang members had weapons down. One civilian did also. I might not say that. Okay. Anywho, what would motivate you to continue improving as an officer over time?
Man, the job itself is enough motivation, man. I'm always trying to become a better officer, no matter which department I'm in. I've never been dishonorably discharged from a department. I've never been fired. I've never had a scandal around my name. I mean, like I said, man, I'm all about keeping people safe and upholding the peace, man. That's what I stand for.
Okay. Do you understand that any gang affiliation or cooperation will result in immediate termination and possible prosecution?
As it should.
Okay. Do you understand that employment with the LSPD is at will and may be terminated at any time without prior notice?
Understandable.
Okay. If accepted, do you understand you must complete cadet to probationary training within 1 week, followed by probationary to officer training within an additional week, or you could face termination?
I understand.
Okay, and that we are done.